Hello, welcome to World Have Your Say. I'm Ros Atkins, and there's only one thing that the world is watching. This is the scene at the San Jose mine in Chile. 13 miners have now been rescued, and number 14, Victor Zamora, is on his way to the surface in that Phoenix capsule. And with each arrival, there's another dose of high emotion. These were the scenes when Carlos Barrios emerged a few minutes ago, and we know that thousands of you around the world are following the rescue. I've just seen emails from Nigeria, Australia, Nepal, Burma and Singapore just in the last few minutes. So over the next half hour, we'll hear your reactions to an extraordinary few hours, and of course we'll bring you all the latest from the mine as well. Wherever you are in the world, here is how to get involved. This is Victor Zamora coming out now. You can see him live. You'll be familiar with this process. Now the capsule is brought to the surface. His family there already in tears. They've been waiting for this moment for some time. The various straps keeping him in that capsule, which is why he can't just step out of the capsule, the Phoenix capsule, straight away. There are these excruciating few seconds where the miner and his family have to wait. We've seen it played out 13 times. We're now seeing it for a 14th time. This is Victor Zamora from the Grupo Rampa. There were 3 grupos represented amongst the 33. And if the previous 13 rescues are anything to go by, there'll also be a number of dignitaries, including the mining minister, Lawrence Goulbourne. And he has his helmet removed, one of the straps removed, the sunglasses, of course, to protect their eyes after being underground for so long. And sitting next to me, watching all of these extraordinary scenes, are 2 guests, Roberto Navarrete, editor of the Latin Affairs website. And there we see a scene which is now familiar, wonderful stuff. So many of you have been emailing the BBC saying you're thoroughly exhilarated, enjoying seeing these wonderful scenes, almost on the hour. They're getting quicker, though, in each moment. Roberto Navarrete, you're from alborado.net, a Latin Affairs website. It's extraordinary stuff, isn't it?
It is an amazing story that is unfolding before our very eyes, that is only possible with the technology of the 21st century. Live television and technology for the rescue operation.
Lots of people have been saying, I can't believe they've got cameras everywhere. They've got cameras down in the mine where the men remaining are. They've got a camera on the top of the capsule as well. Much easier to have cameras at the top. More hugs. There'll be plenty of those over the coming hours and days. Pablo, you're Chilean, you live in London. What are your emotions watching this?
Well, it's very emotional. You know, when you think that there was people thought they were dead, and after more than 2 weeks they heard the news that they were alive. It must have been a really difficult time for the miners, obviously, but also for the family and all the relatives. And you know, to see that technology all put together with hope has created a miracle.
That looks like President Sebastián Pinera taking a phone call. He's had a broad grin on his face for the past few hours, and well, you can understand why. He and the mining minister, Lawrence Goulbourne, have staked their reputations on getting these 33 men out of the mine. Let's bring in Vladimir Hernandez, a colleague of mine from bbcmundo.com. Vladimir, what kind of reaction have you been getting as people have watched these rescues play out?
Plenty of reaction, as you can imagine. Everybody in Latin America really gripped by this story. We've got Beatriz in Puerto Rico. She's saying that long live our brothers in Latin America. God is great, and that's why he has given strength to the miners to keep living. We've got also Mireya in Mexico. She's saying that she saw the rescue with her mum, and she was so moved that they both went into tears as soon as they saw the first miner come out. And also we've got Naudi from Venezuela. She's saying, Chile, you're the giant of America today.
Vladimir, thank you very much. Lots of you who have been watching this have been commenting on how all of the miners seem fine, if emotional, as they step out of the capsule, and then they have to lie down on this stretcher as they go to see the doctors. But Roberto, I guess that's just the Chilean government making sure everything is just right.
Yes, and I think we live through these times of safety procedures that have to be followed. So in that respect, I understand it. I think everything to be done for the safety of the miners is okay, it's good.
It's worth mentioning that the man who has just come out, Victor Zamora, he's a mechanic, and he only went in the mine on the day of the accident to repair a vehicle. Otherwise, if that vehicle hadn't broken down, he wouldn't have been down there. So you might say he was the unlucky one, although clearly that applies to all 33 of them. Let's see if we can look at one of the emails that has come in. We've received thousands here at bbcnews.com. This one came in from Julia. She actually got in touch through Facebook, facebook.com/worldhaveyoursay. I've been watching it on TV in Australia. I'm not really a praying person, but I've been praying like mad for these brave miners. God bless everyone and get them all out safe. Well, I was talking about Victor Zamora. Let's find out a little bit more about him. I was mentioning he's a mechanic. He's 33 years old. He's been down there the entire time with those 32 others. You'll be aware that they brought some of the strongest out at the beginning, and some of the strongest are also staying in towards the end. He came to the mine after losing his job after the earthquake of a few months ago, which struck Chile. So he's had a terrible 2010, although clearly with a happy ending today. So he's not been working in the mine long, unlike some of the gentlemen who've been in there for years. And as I was saying, he went underground to fix a vehicle. And Pablo, we got that email from Julie in Australia saying she's having a different reaction to this than she would normally have to other news stories. There does seem to be going on. It's almost reminded me in a completely different way of how people reacted to Lady Diana dying, in that people seem to be really reflecting on their own lives, to be having emotional responses that they might not normally do to a news story.
It is a very emotional news situation, and you know, when you read and you get involved into the whole accident, how it happened, you know, you become really much more emotional. I mean, yesterday I was reading some facts about the accident. You know, I thought they had enough food. I thought they were not doing anything, and then realized their rations of food were quite small at the beginning. Then they've been working, you know, quite hard, because they have to clear all the debris caused by the machine that drilling this tunnel. Yeah, it became very emotional, and then, you know, I think I work in a travel company, and I have received clients from different parts of Britain that I've not been in touch for a long time, but they said we watch this news, our heart are with the miners and Chileans, and you know, the people bring back a lot of emotional aspects, you know. I think makes people reflect on issues that normally you would not reflect on a daily basis.